Cruz Show, Power 106. I'm always down, man. There he is, DJ E-Man.
Yeah.
Hey, we were talking about this yesterday and still talking about it. The album that got us into hip hop.
Yep.
That's a tough one, man, because there were so many albums and there's so much music, and then you have to think back. If I'm thinking back, I think Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers for me.
Good one. Sure, man.
Maybe 36 Chambers, man, which I had to buy a good 9 times. That was one of the albums that I would, I would let somebody borrow it, and then they would, you know.
It was
always the Wu-Tang stuff.
I'd always lose it, or I would leave it at school, or my backpack got jacked, and the 36 Chambers album was in my backpack.
Had to get another one.
Yeah, man, Grant High. You know what I mean? That's what happens. You're gonna get jacked for your Wu-Tang album.
818. I think mine has to be Dre's The Chronic album because my dad had that on vinyl.
The OG Chronic joint?
Yeah, my dad had
White
that.
album cover?
Yes.
Zigzag
With
album
him,
cover?
Yeah, him in green, yeah. My dad had that on vinyl, and he would play that. That's why when Straight Outta Compton came out, my dad was so excited about it because he's been a Dre fan. You guys got to go see it. But
when he was playing it, it was obviously the dirty version, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were a little girl.
Probably like 4 years old.
And you were listening to it, and that was okay.
Right, but I was doing whatever, playing probably, and it's just playing in the background, so I got to know like the whole album.
Yeah. Todd?
You know, like 36 Chambers for sure, but I think Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, dude.
Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, when he dropped Dead Presidents, man. I mean, I was a kid, so I didn't understand all the lyrics.
Yeah.
But just the way Jay-Z was coming out with it, man, like, Jay-Z had that, like, mafioso swag and stuff like that, so it was always cool. It was like, yo, this guy was cool. And I was listening to
the Hustle with Mary J. Blige.
Oh, my God.
Forget it, man.
Yeah.
Some titles you can't even
Jeff
see on
G,
air,
the sports dude.
It's funny because when I watched the Straight Outta Compton movie, it kind of made me think about that a lot.
Okay.
But Ice Cube's Death Certificate, man, forget about it, dude. With Pooh producing all that stuff, and you know, and it was just so much. That was in the heavy rotation.
Yeah,
bro,
that was.
you know what I mean?
I think that album, and I think all the albums that we're talking about were moments in hip hop. They were an event. When these albums would come out, it would be an event.
Like we still listen to those albums.
Absolutely,
always.
Definitely.
Yeah, the Purple Tape, still listening to it. E-Man, the album that got you into hip hop.
Wow, I mean, I'm about to date myself, but I'm taking it all the way back to Run DMC, Beastie Boys, just that whole era right there really got me into hip hop.
Yeah, man, that classic Def Jam era.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
All day, Jess.
Graduation, Kanye West.
Graduation.
How old is she?
Jess is 10. You have to understand.
We got to check her work permit.
Yeah. That's a great album, though. That's a great album.
That is a great album, though, man.
I loved it.
All right, so what album got you hooked on to hip hop? The album that introduced you to hip hop. 818-520-1059. Cruz Show. Power 106. DJ E-Man. OG Mickey Ficky Mix. Hey, there's an album out there. There's an album out there that you heard and thought to yourself, I'm in love with hip-hop music, man. Right? There's an album out there that made you think, okay, my life has officially changed. I'm a hip-hop head now.
There it goes.
Right? Seriously, man.
You know what's great when you find another album like recently, and then you're like, oh, this is why I love hip-hop, man, because it keeps getting better and it keeps evolving.
It justifies it.
You know what album did that for me was Jay-Z's The Black Album. When I heard that album, I thought, okay, we're alive again.
It's
Here we go. Yes.
I like this sound.
Hip-hop, man. This is where hip-hop lives. Power 106. It's the all-new Cruz Show. What album introduced you into hip-hop? Got you hooked onto hip-hop? 818-520-1059. Peter in Santa Ana's on the phone. Yo, Pete, what up, bro?
I choose Cruz.
My dog. There he is. What up, Pete? So what album was it for you?
For me, it was Snoop Doggy Dogg Doggy Style. I think it was 1994. A friend of mine let me borrow it, and I started listening to that thing, and I just could not stop listening to it. And you know, I've been DJing now for quite a while myself, but ever since I heard that, I just kept buying more records and more records.
Right.
And it just became such an addiction now, and it's just like that one, and then Doggy World. All that stuff, just unbelievable. You know what I mean? And,
Snoop had some classic albums, absolutely.
And it just keeps, and I still keep listening to it. I don't even stop listening to it. I mean, it's just one of my favorite albums. It truly is.
Right on, Peter. Thank you, man. Thanks for calling. Have a great day, man.
I wanted to give you one more quick heads up.
Sure.
Keep that workout going still, all right?
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you so much.
Happy wife, happy life.
There he is.
Yes.
This guy's
Thanks,
ready.
dog. Thanks, man. I'll talk to you later, Peter.
All right, you guys. Take care, man.
Take care, man. Hey, Steven in Montclair. Steve's on the phone. Yo, Steve, what up, man?
Hello?
Hey, Steven.
Stevie boy.
Steven. Well, Steven said Black Sunday, Cypress Hill was the
good
album
one.
that got him into hip-hop.
Heck
I still bump Cypress Hill to this day, man.
You know what? I still bump and I can never
What's
get
up?
tired. Busta Rhymes. When I hear Break Your Neck,
Yeah.
it's just
Come
on.
on. That
That
energy.
goes so
Come on,
hard.
son.
Yes.
Come
Man,
on, son.
and I remember
Yeah,
Busta
right.
was one of the first people I ever met when I was up here at Power 106. I was so excited.
That's dope, man. Tiffany from Pasadena's on the phone. Yo, Tiff, what up?
Oh, hey.
There she is.
Hey,
Hey, so
girl.
what album got you into hip-hop? Was it a Tupac album?
All Eyes on Me.
Yep. There it is.
Damn.
All Eyes on Me, classic album, man.
Yep.
Oh,
Young Pac.
How come nobody said Tupac yet?
We're waiting for you to call.
Yeah, we're waiting for you. There you go. Okay.
Can't say all of them.
Hey, we already took a test this morning. Okay.
Yeah. Can you chill?
Hey, Tiff, we'll talk to you later. Okay. Later, baby.
Okay, she's over it.
Yeah. What's
I
up?
was saying, Jay, remember when you got that first album and then you talk to your friends about it and then, yo, have you heard this?
Yes.
And then that cycle just opens the door for you and you just keep
man.
hearing other albums and from different people. It's crazy.
Remember that thing you could have ordered albums from and it was like a penny? Do you guys remember that?
They recently went out of business.
Yeah, right.
Columbia House.
Columbia House.
Oh my!
That's
You
right.
put the sticker and you put it on the album you wanted for free or whatever.
Hey, what album got you into hip hop? Let's talk about it. 818-520-1059. It's the all new Cruz Show, Power 106. That's DJ E-Man. Hey.
I'm straight ride.